If you're that guy and you just came off a draw, I think rematching will be the most competitive thing to do as an athlete. With the Jake Paul situation, it's like it's a money grab fight.
Was in a bit of a hole, and he gets an opportunity to fight Jake Paul for $200 million or whatever. I don't mind it at all. As long as Gervonta Davis comes back to the world of boxing after he gets done with this, hey man, you got your money, no worries.
The countdown is on as Jake Paul and Gervonta Tank Davis push their limits in camp. Jake powers through training, banking on size and raw strength. Meanwhile, Tank sharpens his blistering speed and lethal knockout arsenal. Both sides are locked in, intensity is rising, and the world waits breathlessly for this explosive collision of power versus precision.
Okay. Let's sign the crew by here. You can't let it burn, baby. Let it burn. Mind over matter, son. Mind over matter. Ain't nobody doing no shit like this. Come in the desert. He's trying to stay away from the desert. He comes in the desert.
Shakur Stevenson didn't hold back when asked about the rise of unusual boxing matchups. According to him, clashes like Jake Paul versus Gervonta Tank Davis don't bring true value to the sport and only distract from real boxing. But when legends such as Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson are mentioned, Stevenson sees it differently. Both men have already written their names in history, and if they choose to step back for big money, it's their right. For Stevenson, these matchups bring nostalgia, spark excitement, and honor boxing's past, unlike celebrity-style exhibitions that risk cheapening the sport's image.
Bad for the sport of boxing.
I mean, I feel like the Floyd and Tyson situation is different than Jake Paul and Buddy. I feel like with Floyd and Tyson, it's like, okay, y'all deserve it. Y'all legends, y'all paid homage, y'all did the most for the sport of boxing already. So you deserve a big payday and be cool. I'm cool with it. I like it. But with Jake and Buddy, I feel like Buddy is a participate in the sport of boxing right now, and he just came off a draw his last fight. So if you're a real champion and top level guy that you say you are, which I think you are too, I think you're the truth. But if you're that guy and you just came off a draw, I think rematching will be the most competitive thing to do as an athlete. With the Jake Paul situation, it's like it's a money grab fight. So to me, it's like some WWE shit.
Do you think it helps? Like, I mean, okay, so he gets this fight with Jake. His value goes up. No, it doesn't. You don't? Not in the sport of boxing. You don't?
I mean, it may.
The demand more because he's, because when we looked at the was it Floyd and just hypothetical. We speak hypotheticals at time, right? You go in there and that big ass nigga knock him the fuck out. I'm just saying hypothetical. Go in there and knock Tank the fuck out.
That big ass nigga being Jake Paul.
Yes.
Okay, just
knock him the fuck out. Because he's bigger than you, for one. By chance, it is a fight.
I think the thing is with Buddy and Jake fight, I feel like it's two sides of me with it. Because from a competitive aspect and me being the mentality that I got, I feel as though I probably would have done a rematch. But then from a business aspect, if I would have done the rematch and I did not win the fight, the Jake Paul fight will be a lot less money and a lot less lucrative. So, from a business aspect, I understand that anybody that with a business mind probably would have took that fight for as much money as it was. So I'm a realist. Like, I ain't going to just bash, bro.
No.
UFC President Dana White never shies away from speaking his mind, and when the topic of Jake Paul versus Gervonta Tank Davis came up, his response was as blunt as ever. White admitted that the matchup hasn't exactly captured the imagination of hardcore fans. In his view, only a small portion of the audience is truly hyped for the spectacle. Yet, surprisingly, he argued that this could actually serve Davis in a unique way. Davis has been under heavy public scrutiny, with distractions outside the ring slowing down his momentum. According to White, Jake Paul stepped in at just the right moment, bringing a financial lifeline and a stage to regain relevance. While many have mocked the idea, White insisted it could provide Davis with both exposure and much-needed earnings. But then he took things further, shocking the fight world by suggesting Jake Paul might actually beat Davis. White explained that his reasoning wasn't about pure boxing talent but physical attributes. Paul carries size, reach, and raw strength, while Davis, despite his knockout power, is far smaller and used to fighting lighter opponents.
Jake Paul to beat Gervonta Davis. This is not a fight that I'm excited for at all. I would rather have Gervonta Davis fighting in a real boxing match against the likes of Lamont Roach, Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, Manuel Navarrete, anybody that is in the 135-pound division and around. That's who I want to see Gervonta Davis fight. However, we live in a world where everybody is trying to do things as big as possible. And the biggest fights possible right now, unfortunately for the sport of boxing, is an exhibition fight between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis. So, I do like it for this reason, though. I like it because it is allowing Gervonta Davis to have a fight that is going to be big and that the mainstream media is going to have to cover, the mainstream media outside the world of boxing. Gervonta Davis has been, without a doubt, blocked, having venues blocked, having fighters, having other promoters paying fighters away to go different directions from Gervonta Davis. So Gervonta Davis was in a bit of a hole. And he gets an opportunity to fight Jake Paul for $200 million or whatever. I don't mind it at all. As long as Gervonta Davis comes back to the world of boxing after he gets done with this, hey, man, you got your money, no worries. But you got to love Dana White having the audacity to pick Jake Paul in this fight.
At the end of the day, the proposed clash between Jake Paul and Gervonta "Tank" Davis is not just another fight. It's a lightning rod in the combat sports world. It has sparked outrage from purists, fascination from casuals, and endless debates across social media. On one hand, Davis is a proven, bona fide champion, a pound-for-pound talent with frightening knockout power who built his career dominating lighter divisions. On the other, Jake Paul is the larger-than-life disruptor, literally and figuratively, standing nearly a foot taller, outweighing Tank by over 50 pounds, and carrying the power and reach of a man in a completely different class. The controversy isn't just about skill versus hype. It's about whether boxing itself is bending to entertainment at the cost of competitive integrity. Can a much smaller but vastly more skilled fighter like Tank overcome physics, or will Jake's size and durability simply be too much? That's the question pulling fans in. Critics say it's a circus, promoters call it a spectacle, and fans? Well, they can't stop talking about it. Whether you love Jake Paul or hate him, his name dominates the headlines, and whether you believe in Tank's speed and explosiveness or not, his legacy is on the line in a way it never has been before. If Davis wins, it'll be dismissed as beating a novice. But if he loses, that stain could follow him forever. For Jake, the reward is massive. Win or lose, he keeps his place in the spotlight, but victory would send shockwaves through boxing history. This is why, no matter how absurd it looks on paper, the fight has captured everyone's attention. It's not just about who wins inside the ring, it's about what this matchup says about the direction of boxing itself. Are we watching the rise of a new era where entertainment trumps tradition, or will skill, heart, and legacy silence the noise? One thing is certain, when that bell rings, every eye in the fight world will be glued to the action. So now I ask you, Tank or Jake? Drop your predictions in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay locked in for every explosive update and breakdown.